I was originally the handsome and gifted perfect senior disciple. But one night, I had a nightmare. In the dream appeared a plain-looking son of destiny. He always showed up at the perfect time and snatched all my resources. My lovely junior sisters, and even my master became part of his harem. In the end, I could only watch helplessly as everyone I knew betrayed me, and I died with hatred. But knowing the truth, I still diligently walked the villain's path, spying on female disciples bathing every day, and occasionally checking on the junior sister's health. Because I awakened a system, as long as I maintain my villainous image, I can ascend to immortality and travel freely across worlds. But I realized the plot was going off track. Today, I fixed my appearance by the pool, ready to welcome my first face slap from the protagonist. According to memory, I meddled a bit, and let a divine beast take away junior sister Fang's spirit beast. Then, while she searched for it, I creepily pounced on her. Everything was going perfectly according to the plot. Sure enough, a strike stopped me the next second. The male lead and her spirit beast made a flashy entrance. The male lead smiled and comforted the junior sister. "It's okay because I'm here," then pointed his sword at me furiously. "How dare you assault a sect junior sister in broad daylight? You scum, you're despicable, utterly disgusting. Grow." But a real man doesn't care about appearances. I stood up and delivered my line. "Who the hell do you think you are? Ruining my plans. I'm the chief disciple of Qingwan Peak. State your name now." The protagonist spoke righteously. "I walk under my real name. I am Yichang." Hearing this, I burst out laughing. A wanted dog hunted by the Empress, coming to Qingwan Immortal Sect for protection? Kneel and lick my shoes, and maybe I'll spare you. The next second, Yichang shouted, 30 years east of the river, 30 years west, and now it's my turn. Then he charged toward me. I stood still, waiting for his sword. I knew I wouldn't die yet. In the plot, the protagonist wounds me. Fourth junior sister Lu Yingying sees through my nature, and falls in love with Yichang. I then start holding a grudge against Yichang, causing trouble and ending in disgrace. Finally, I commit suicide in despair. That's when I truly ascend to immortality. But just as I was about to accept my fate joyfully, junior sister suddenly kicked Yichang flying and clung to my arm. That ugly freak ruined our moment. Where were we again? I still want more. Her reaction freaked me out. Damn, that's not in the script. Junior sister pounced again. I ran for my life. Broad daylight, and she's forcing herself on a man. After my daily routine bath, I plan to visit my master in seclusion. Yesterday, fourth junior sister broke character a bit. I hope the others don't do the same. On the way, I met 3 junior sisters. They angrily said to me, "Even new disciples are flying already. But you, the senior disciple, are so lazy. And you spent sect funds building a cable car. Shameful. That money could have bought fire chicken meat for little meow." I gave an evil smirk. As the senior disciple, I manage sect funds. I'll spend them however I like. If you come for a candlelit chat in my room tonight, I might even fund your cultivation more. I couldn't help but weep. This is the proper villain routine. I arrived at the master's cave. Junior sister Guo reported the sect's condition to master. In the 3 years you've been in seclusion, everything has run normally in the sect, except for someone who's typically lazy. The other disciples, all trained diligently. Their cultivation has progressed. I've reached the early innate stage. I've broken through to innate. My strength has grown steadily. My cultivation has reached the early innate stage. I have ascended to innate. I have broken through to the Xiantian stage. All my spirit beasts have reached the Zhuji stage. I've worked hard to ensure no regressions. Still in the early Zhuji stage. Then junior sister Guo brought up the upcoming disciple acceptance ceremony. A total of 181 applications were sent to Shinluan Peak. One of them stood out. It came from someone named Yi Chun, the legitimate eldest son of Prince Yi Qingtian of Beichuan, Great Zhou. This young man's talent once shook the entire Zhou continent. Even the Empress feared him. If he passes the test and joins Shinluan Peak, it would remedy the regret of Shinluan never having a capable male disciple. I ignored junior sister Guo's implication and stared excitedly at the system. Yi Chun is about to climb the mountain, and I'm about to ascend to immortality. Fourth junior sister looked weird. 2 days ago, she suddenly regained memory fragments. In them, she inexplicably fell in love with that scumbag Yi Chun. It led to the downfall of Qinglan Immortal Sect. She only came to her senses in the end, but it was too late. The senior brother I always saw as despicable. What exactly did he do? I must find out the truth. At this moment, I was chilling in a village. At the foot of the mountain, enjoying afternoon tea, a melon farmer raised an axe, furiously striking at Yi Chen's beast. "You damn thing. Eating my melons." Luckily, thanks to the lifebound treasure from Qinglan Immortal Sect, I managed to restrain it. But my melons are ruined. I arrogantly declared. "Your melons taste great. I'm buying this whole field." Then I stepped on the beast's face. "Your master ruined my plans. I haven't even settled that score yet. Now that you're in my hands, Grandpa will play with you slowly. Didn't want melons? I'll feed you till you're stuffed." After stuffing the beast with melons, Yi Chun finally showed up. "So it's you. Let go of my little eagle." The melon farmer argued with Yi Chun. "If it weren't for immortal gifts, the field would have been devoured. You must pay for the damages." "Hey. All I see is you tying up my eagle and feeding him such lowly food." I stepped in then. Do you even know who I am? I'm the head disciple of Luan Peak of Qinglan Immortal Sect. You, a fallen prince of Beichuan, have no right to raise your voice before me. If you want protection from Qinglan's sect, then kneel and apologize, plus pay up. Unexpectedly, Yi Chen drew his sword at me. Seeing the system prompt, mission complete. I ran like hell. But what's this mid-stage reward about? Wasn't immortality the final prize? If Yi Chen can't beat me, how can I get face-slapped? Just as I fled, Yi Chen turned his fury on the defenseless melon farmer. Then he pretended to be all righteous, telling villagers not to worry. He wouldn't kill the innocent. He just wanted to teach a lesson to that clueless farmer. But fourth junior sister was watching everything from in those memories. How did she even fall for this double-faced man? Even senior brother was better than him. But thinking again, senior brother fled like a mess. Leaving his poor wife behind to suffer wasn't much better. Yet, just as she turned the corner, she saw me giving the melon farmer a pill. Sorry about earlier. Take this pill as my apology. Senior brother, I really don't understand you anymore. What kind of person are you? Soon, the disciple acceptance ceremony began at Qinglan sect. Junior Sister Gua stood high and announced the test rules. Climb all 100 levels of the ascension staircase to pass. No use of magic tools, spirit insects, or outside aids allowed. You must rely solely on your own spiritual power. The protagonist, Yi Chung, shouted boldly in the crowd. If you're afraid of even the first trial, then don't come here to embarrass yourself. His words immediately stirred public anger. Yet Yi Chung ignored it and turned to speak confidently to Junior Sister Gua. I've long admired your name. I am Yi Chung. His face turned slightly red as he spoke. Elder Sure, you were right. Qinglan sect truly is the place of my destiny. Old Wei bluntly exposed him. Kid, looks like you've been love-struck. I immediately stepped in and blocked Junior Sister Gua. The exam hasn't even started yet. Why are you buttering up the examiner? Seeing this, Yi Chung started mocking me. I simply felt an instant connection with Senior Sister Gua. I just wanted to exchange a few words. But you, didn't Senior Sister Gua just say Qinglan sect doesn't take trash? Looks like there's an exception. My little lackey couldn't hold back. Who do you think you are? Our senior brother holds the highest record on the ascension steps. Hearing this, Yi Chung was shocked. Looking up, he indeed saw the name Ling Xiao at the top. Feeling the crowd's admiring gazes, I lowered my head silently. Though it was a beautiful misunderstanding, I thoroughly enjoyed the moment. Yi Chung, angered, declared loudly, "Today, I'll break that record." As Junior Sister Gua announced the test start, cultivators scrambled to climb the ascent. Most were out of breath after just a few steps. But Yi Chung continued effortlessly. He even turned back to She not only wanted to pass the blue steps, but also trample my name underfoot and make Senior Sister Gua fall for her. I then took out the pebbles I had prepared. According to the original plot, I, jealous of her talent, tried to sabotage her. But the Child of Destiny not only crushed my plot, she also broke the record and became famous. Thinking so, I threw the pebble. Sure enough, Yi Chung dodged the first pebble easily. Next, I would throw a second one. This time, Yi Chung would bounce it back and hit me in the face. Thinking so, I shouted at the sky. Look, a naked beauty is flying in the sky. As Yi Chung looked up, I decisively threw the pebble. But the Child of Destiny was still the Child of Destiny. She still caught the pebble with ease, but then suddenly fell down the next second. What the hell? That's not in the script. Is that all the Child of Destiny has? Turns out, it was the work of fourth junior sister hiding in the crowd. She had placed her color-shifting scale bug there a day earlier, just for this moment. Just like in the Heavenly Tao memory, senior brother fails to stop her. The second pebble would expose him. I had to act. Yi Chung, mid-fall, flashed a cold light in his eyes, and grabbed a cultivator's leg to climb again. The pulled-down cultivator roared angrily. That's cheating. Examiner, disqualify him. But Yi Chung declared righteously. How is that cheating? I didn't use any magical tools. Then he stood proudly atop the golden step, laughing. Junior Sister Gua also declared there was no violation. The trial continues. Thanks to Yi Cheng's interference, the testing ground fell into chaos. I couldn't help but sigh. Truly a classic overpowered protagonist. He mastered survival of the fittest too well. And as I watched my record, about to be trampled, I let out a breath of relief. Surely the mission's complete now? But before Yi Chung could boast, another pebble shot straight into him again. I angrily looked around. Who the hell was it this time? As I turned around, I saw Junior Sister Gua pulling her hand back. Sure enough, she's unworthy of entering the sect. Then she turned back and looked at me. Don't you agree? Senior brother, this time things really got out of hand. Fourth junior sister is like this, and now you're acting the same way? On the ascension staircase, Yi Chun tried to repeat the same move as before, but this time, a cultivator kicked him off. As Yi Chun was falling, a mysterious force dragged him back up. He landed once again on the staircase. Before I could even breathe, I turned and saw Junior Sister Gua looking ready to kill. If protagonist Yi Chun fails, how's the story supposed to go on? Thinking that, I immediately shielded Junior Sister Gua. This won't do. I have to step in. I've got a protagonist's face, but I'm the novel's villain. The Child of Fate will use me as a stepping stone and take all three of my junior sisters and the beautiful master into his harem. But right now, I destined to be the stepping stone for the chosen one. Am risking my life to protect the protagonist, only because the junior sisters who used to scorn me now joined forces to attack the protagonist instead. Just as Junior Sister Gua was about to strike again, my mind collapsed. If the protagonist can't even get into the sect, how is the system going to let me ascend? Driven by instinct, I hugged my junior sister tightly. She blushed, but didn't immediately push me away. The gossiping around us finally snapped her out of it. She threw me to the ground. Sitting there, I smiled. This kind of thing, just leave it to senior brother. Seeing my expression, junior sister Gua seemed a little regretful. Was senior brother doing this for me? Meanwhile, as we talked, Yi Chun had already soared into the sky, using the power from old Shur in his ring. He reached the top of the ascension staircase, as expected of the child of fate. The process was messy, but the result was about right. Seeing there was still hope, I turned and headed to the alchemy hall, starting phase 2 of my plan. Stealing pills. According to the original story, my sneaky behavior would be caught by junior sister Gua. Sure enough, she walked out of the alchemy room the next second. I immediately put on a villain's smirk. Sharon, you know. Every time senior brother sees you, I think of a saying. The sea embraces all rivers. Tolerance is greatness. Then I waited for junior sister Gua to scold me like she did in the original. But instead, she puffed up her chest. Senior brother, do you really think that way? How do I compare to the other junior sisters? Crap. Wait, her reaction is totally off. I decided to hit her with a harder line. Second junior sister, cut the crap. Let me be straight with you. Today I came to the pill hall to get a certain pill. As for what for, none of your business. Senior brother, are you looking for this Chi-Ju pill? Holy crap, the plot's kinda off. But I decided to grab it anyway. Before leaving, I reminded her, this Chi-Ju pill is great. I'm gonna use it on the person I hate the most. But as soon as I turned, junior sister Gua suddenly showed a love-struck expression. Senior brother is just too cute. Don't worry, senior brother. This Chi-Ju pill, Sharon already tampered with it. This time it won't fail. After taking the pill, I headed to Master's residence. There are 5 main peaks on Qingluan Mountain. They were respectively named Fengming, Shenluan, Qiyun, Yundang, and Longzhou, and the head of Shenluan Peak. My master is the one known as the most beautiful woman in the eastern region, Xiao Hongling, a famed female cultivator. It's said that Xiao Hongling has a bold and carefree personality, treating alcohol as her life. She is quite narcissistic about her appearance, often venturing down the mountain to train. She shows no interest in sect affairs, doing whatever she pleases. She is fierce and domineering toward outsiders, but incredibly attentive and strict with her personally accepted disciples. Even though Ling Xiao was a useless scoundrel who flirted with junior sisters, Xiao Hongling never expelled him from the sect because of that. However, Ling Xiao took advantage of her absence while she was still in seclusion, blinded by lust. He couldn't resist stealing her white silk stockings and hiding them in his pocket. The next day, during a fight with Yi Cheng, they were exposed by Yi Cheng's spirit insect. The entire crowd was shocked. He was utterly humiliated. After being repeatedly humiliated by Yi Cheng, Xiao Hongling finally lost hope. She personally crippled Ling Xiao's spiritual root, turning him into a mortal. Even I couldn't help but sigh. This protagonist is seriously twisted. He even tried to steal the stockings of the master, who raised him. Right now, I had entered Master's room, and found that her underwear was scattered everywhere. Damn. What was Master doing before going into seclusion? I tiptoed into her room, grabbed the stockings, and quickly slipped away. On the way, I was already imagining the satisfying scene of being slapped in the face by the protagonist again. But little did I know that all of this led to him even gaining the formless body. Yi Cheng, what kind of existence are you? Shower, what role are you playing in all this? I must find out the truth. Unaware of any of this, I continued my daily routine of provoking the protagonist. For example, releasing footage of Yi Cheng embarrassing himself during the initiation ceremony, or repeatedly grinding my foot on Yi Cheng's hand so that he would hold a grudge against me and beat me up during the second round of the ceremony. But I had no idea that Master and the junior sisters were already hiding in the shadows, ready to break Yi Cheng's legs at any moment. Just as I was gleefully humiliating Yi, the third junior sister suddenly stepped in to protect him. Her intervention instantly surprised me with joy. Could it be that the plot is finally back on track? Li Chu, the junior sister who cares for Yi Cheng most, would surely ensure the plot unfolds smoothly. But why did they meet so quickly? At that moment, our child of destiny, Yi Cheng, was looking smug. The Qingluan sect really is a peach. Just taking a stroll leads to such encounters. He planned to use junior sister Chu's affection to develop his relationship, but inside, he just wanted to win her heart. Just as I was enjoying the show, preparing to jump out and be slapped again by the protagonist, Yi Cheng suddenly coughed up blood. At that moment, the elder's voice rang out. My young friend, that girl Zither hides a deadly killing intent. Listening too long will damage your internal organs. Sweet little junior sister Chu had already changed her demeanor. No one dares disturb my practice. I just wanted to test your skills, but turns out you're just a useless weakling. Seeing Yi Cheng fail to show off, and even risk losing his life, I immediately came out to provoke him. Yo! Who's bullying my junior sister Chu? So it's you again, you spineless coward. Didn't dare face me before, but now you're so confident bullying a girl. Enraged, Yi Cheng was ready to vent all his frustration over his loss with Chu on me. He drew his sword and was about to attack, ready to strike me down immediately, and in the very next moment, junior sister Chu's zither exploded with sound. but due to her overwhelming emotions, even I got blasted away. Luckily, the scene played out as planned, fled like a proper villain. But junior sister, Chu, stood there frozen, internally collapsing. She just wanted to vent for me, but ended up hurting me instead. It's okay, there's still time to make it right. With senior brother's personality, he'll surely mess up at tomorrow's disciple ceremony. I must do something for him. Is it twisted humanity or moral decay? That made junior sister knock on my door in the middle of the night, saying she wanted to come in to fix her zither? A villain like me, what did I do to deserve this? Though it strayed from the story I knew, I immediately got into character, maintaining the image of a scummy senior brother. Yo, Wei, you've grown taller again. Come, let your senior brother give you a full checkup. My shameless act was top-notch. Even I wanted to slap myself. No way she won't be disgusted. But then, junior sister suddenly pounced into my arms. I immediately backed off, terrified. This is not in the script, but my dodging triggered the system's alarm. Correct your villain behavior immediately, or the system will collapse. No choice. I awkwardly reached out my pervy villain hand, only to smash my forehead into her raised zither. Truly, Protagonist's harem is forbidden. Villains get divine retribution the moment they try. But junior sister still hugged me with concern. The pressure of her 36DS nearly suffocated me. I quickly changed the subject. Right, junior sister needed my help with something? What was it again? She said she broke a string while practicing Tianyin Palace techniques yesterday. She wanted to go into town to find someone to repair it, and asked if I could accompany her. I refused her on the spot, then slammed the door shut behind me. What a joke. Tomorrow's the disciple ceremony, the day I act arrogant and get humiliated by the protagonist. How can such an important role be absent? But then I thought again. This scene wasn't in the original script at all, and the Tianling zither was her mother's keepsake. She treasured it deeply. Why would it break? Before I could think more, my little minion came reporting again. Master has emerged from seclusion. Go meet her at Tainya immediately. My head filled with question marks. But no matter, I'll find out when I get there. Unbeknownst to me, junior sister hadn't left. She just stood there staring at my back. Senior brother, I always thought this zither was the most important thing in my life. Until one day, I saw everything that could happen in the future, and realized you were actually the one who cared most for me. So I'd rather break the strings than let Yichin bully you tomorrow. With that thought, her face darkened. If running won't work, then strike first. Meanwhile, I had already arrived at Master's cave. As soon as I opened the door, a wave of seductive scent hit me. Xiao Hongling just curled her finger, and I was instantly inches away from her. With a gentle touch, she instantly knew I had already condensed my foundation. Not only that, even the improved constitution and spirit roots granted by the system didn't escape her eyes. I could only lie and say I had a lucky encounter, laughed it off clumsily. But the next second, Master got even closer, saying she wanted to have some fun with me. As I panicked, I suddenly entered a mysterious state. When I opened my eyes again, I was atop a cliff. Lightning crackled around me. Master's life-bound immortal sword hovered above my head. Feeling that terrifying sword pressure, my face went stiff. Is this woman trying to kill me before Yichin can, to feed her sword spirit? Seeing that, I stopped pretending. I summoned my life-bound sword, Yumingza. I, Ling Xiao the villain. Even if I must die this life, I'll die by my own hand. Seeing this, Xiao Hongling smiled with approval. Dear disciple, you've been on this mountain for so long, and this is the first time I've seen you wield your sword so seriously. Your sword aura is impressive, but your sword intent is slightly lacking. No matter, today, your master will guide you further. But I had no idea what kind of trick Xiao Hongling was pulling. I could only dodge in a panic. Damn it, everyone's character is collapsing to hell. Is it easy for me, a villain who's worked so hard to follow the plot? Furious, I turned back, thinking, this villain role, I'm done with it. But as I turned, a surge of sword intent struck me, knocking me out. When I opened my eyes again, time seemed to freeze. This was the sword aura domain. At the same time, Xiao Hongling's voice echoed in my ears. Disciple, watch closely. This technique is called sword intent infusion, pure sword immortal. Then, Xiao Hongling drew close to me instantly. Shower, brace yourself. Your master is coming in. As I marveled at these suggestive words, I looked down to find Xiao Hongling's sword piercing my chest. Forget destinies chosen or cycles of fate. To hell with them. My disciple, Xiao Hongling's disciple, shall dominate this era. Peerless under the starry sky, inferior to none. Meanwhile, Yi Cheng, in cultivation, was roused by Elder Shi. Young friend, troubles brewing. I just used the heavenly divination to cast a reading, and I vaguely sense that most of your destined opportunities on Qinglan Mountain have vanished. Hearing this, Yi Cheng's face instantly flared with anger. This noble heir, always seizes others' opportunities. How can I tolerate someone ruining my destiny? I won't allow such a heaven-defying existence on Qinglan Mountain. Tomorrow, I'll ascend the mountain and kill them. While the protagonist Yi Cheng boldly declared his intentions, he was unaware that his 3 junior sisters were already lurking in ambush, planning to take his life early. As the most useless villainous senior brother in the sect, my master is actually performing sword shadow infusion for me. According to the original story, Master Xiao Hongling's life-bound spirit sword is extraordinary. The wielder can use this sword as a medium to infuse their sword shadow into another. The recipient gains the heavenly harmony, formless sword physique. achieving perfect mastery. They can even merge with all sword Dao laws in the world. As Master Xiao Hongling drew closer, golden lotus blossoms of sword shadows bloomed around us. As her spirit sword pierced my body, my vision began to blur. At the same time, on the other side of the scene, the child of destiny was fast asleep. The fourth junior sister seized the moment, summoning her spirit beast, Little Meow, to ambush Yicheng. But just as Little Meow was about to strike, two attacks suddenly came from left and right. The fourth junior sister ordered Little Meow to dodge. The two attacks collided with a boom. Sensing danger, Elder Shi hurriedly woke the sleeping Yicheng. But when Yicheng reached the rooftop, he found nothing. When Yicheng returned to his room, the second and third junior sisters, hiding in the shadows, were shocked. They had clearly aimed. So why did their attacks vanish? They decided to try again. At that moment, Elder Shi warned Yicheng again. Little Meow, watch your back. But when Yicheng turned, again, there was nothing. This made Yicheng start doubting Elder Shi. Sure, have you heard of the boy who cried wolf? Meanwhile, the junior sisters' faces were filled with anger. Is Yicheng, as the memories suggest, protected by the heavenly Tao? Looks like we'll have to wait until he joins the sect to kill him. This time, we can't fail. Meanwhile, in my unconscious state, I had a dream. In it, Ling Xiao, while Master was asleep, stole the sect's treasure, the heaven-severing Black Lotus. Then, at the next day's martial pulse assembly, he ambushed Yicheng. The scene shifted. Ling Xiao was locked in the reflection cliff. His junior sisters were utterly disappointed in him. No matter how Ling Xiao explained, or how furious he became, it was futile. After the junior sisters left, Ling Xiao gave a desolate smile, saying, I'm tired. Then he ended his life on the spot. The next moment, I woke from the dream. What a long dream. It felt so real, like it was my memory, but I dismissed it as impossible. Ling Xiao is clearly a major villain. How could he show such an expression? Then I saw my beautiful master holding a wine cup. I infused you with the sword shadow, and you're the one exhausted. Here, have a drink. To celebrate gaining the formless sword physique I bestowed upon you. Your sword Dao realm has soared across all of Shenlong Peak. Even your second junior sister, that sword maniac, can't match you. Hearing this, I quickly opened my character panel via the system. Sure enough, my physique now included the supreme, formless sword physique. In the original story, wasn't this meant for Yicheng? It was because of this sword physique that Yicheng could slay his archenemy, the Huangdo leader. I've hijacked the protagonist's major opportunity. How am I supposed to play the villain now? I'm worried that at tomorrow's disciple acceptance ceremony, I won't control my strength and accidentally kill Yicheng with one sword strike. My thoughts were interrupted by my master. What are you thinking, kid? I offer you wine, and you don't drink. I felt a bit awkward. Master, you just used this wine cup. If I drink from it directly, it might not be proper. Not proper. Then is it proper for you to be lying on your master's lap right now? Hearing this, I quickly sat up. But Xiao Hongling said she had an important question for me. She leaned close to my ear and asked, Is your master beautiful? My mind was instantly filled with question marks. Has my master been possessed? Why would she ask such a girlish question? I could only give a thumbs up and shower her with praise, saying things like, Master, you're like the radiant moon, only to be admired, or as majestic as a divine phoenix. But my master's face flushed with a shy blush. You hold your master as an untouchable moon. So why did you steal my silk stockings? Just as I was about to die of embarrassment, my master cut herself off, saying it was just drunken nonsense. Then, with a serious expression, she said, I called you here tonight, not only to elevate your sword realm, but for one other matter. You must agree. You are the chief disciple of Shenlong Peak. If anyone provokes you, or drags you into conflict, you must slay them. At that moment, I had a bad feeling. Tomorrow's disciple acceptance ceremony is going to be trouble. The scene shifts. The next day, the disciple acceptance ceremony began. The protagonist, Yicheng, was present. This noble heir came to Qinglan for three things. Opportunities, opportunities, and more opportunities. If, as you say, someone has stolen my opportunities, I will slay them. Elder Shi had already seen through everything. Little brat. Didn't I tell you? I can hear your thoughts. Right now, besides opportunities, you're also obsessing over the girl who kicked you that day. The owner of the Shireen beast, right? So what? Shouldn't a true powerhouse captivate the world's beauties? At that moment, a voice rose from the crowd. He's here. The chief disciple of Shenlong Peak has arrived. What an unparalleled and immortal should be like this, worthy of being the disciple of the immortal realm's top fairy, Xiao Hongling. If this master and disciple were to unite, they'd truly be a divine couple. Amid the waves of praise, I approached Yicheng, who looked utterly furious. My expression instantly turned sleazy. Damn it, you blind little punk. Didn't I warn you yesterday? You still dare to show up? Looking for death? Under everyone's gaze, Yicheng was thoroughly berated by me. His face darkened instantly. Raising his sword, he prepared to strike. I was secretly thrilled. Sure, playing the villain feels a bit cringeworthy with these lines, but it's genuinely fun. This was the exact moment in the plot where my second junior sister scolds me. Sure enough, the next moment, my second junior sister's voice rang out. Stop! What do you think you're doing? She strode toward Yicheng, who was gripping his sword. She slapped him hard across the face. Yicheng was sent crashing into the wall, stuck so firmly he couldn't be. She dusted off her hands, and looked at me with a fawning expression. Senior brother, you must have been startled. For a vulgar nobody to dare disrespect you, he deserves a beating. The child of destiny, Yi Chung, was utterly dazed from the blow. He cursed at Elder Sure. Is this the damn land of opportunity you promised? We're just using each other, nothing more. You'd better explain this clearly today, or I'll rip off this lousy ring. Elder Sure hurriedly explained it was just an accident, but still urged Yi Chung to leave Qingluan's sect. This place no longer aligns with the opportunities foretold by the heavenly divination. But Yi Chung suddenly drew his sword. Elder Sure, listen carefully. If the heavens forsake me, I'll defy the heavens, strike the heavens, slaughter the heavens. Not only will I kill the thief who stole my opportunity, but I'll also conquer every woman on Shunlan Peak. Seeing Yi Cheng's bold stance, my second junior sister immediately stepped in front of me. Senior brother, step back. That guy means you harm. I hurriedly pushed my second junior sister behind me. You're blocking my plot progression. But my second junior sister looked worried. What if Yi Cheng's spirit beast exposes you as a pervert? Then she and I started pushing each other back and forth. As I stood there at a loss, a massive red bird suddenly appeared in the sky. I was overjoyed. My savior has arrived. Yi Cheng's greatest shield in his past life. The chief disciple of Qingluan's sect's Fengming Peak, Su Mei. She was the beautiful peak master who, in the past life, fiercely favored the child of destiny, and utterly despised me, the villain. Yet now, she's stepping in to back me up, nearly ending the child of destiny's story early. As Su Mei appeared, my junior brothers surged with excitement. I felt like I'd grabbed a lifeline. With my junior sisters and master's characters already going off script, I could only hope Chief Su would stick to the original plot. So I immediately pulled out the villain's 3 signature moves: swagger, smirk, and flirt. Master Su, long time no see. Your beauty shines like the moon, dazzling all. This big, white flower suits you perfectly. Having done all this, I braced for a scolding. But the next moment, Su Mei drew close to me. Thank you for the compliment. I'll accept this flower. Wait, up close. Why does it feel even bigger? No. This reaction is all wrong. Then Su Mei gave me a seductive look. Your master is lucky to have a disciple like you. She then turned to Yi Chung, her expression icing over. Her aura surged menacingly, as if ready to kill. How bold of you, to provoke a disciple of Qingluan's sect. Do you know what that means? In this crisis, the protagonist called to Elder Sure for help, but even Elder Sure ignored him. As the tension became unbearable, I grew frantic. If I stepped in to plead for him, my villain persona would collapse. But if I did nothing, the protagonist would be finished. In the original story, this person seemed like a harmless, worldly mediator. In truth, he's deeply scheming. He's been hiding his identity as a demonic sect spy for years. Almost brought down the entire Qingluan sect. Judging from his current character arc, he'll surely act as a mediator. Sure enough, after Yuan Yi's persuasion, Su Mei had no choice but to give up. But then she approached me again, and whispered in my ear, Nephew Lin, your bone structure is exceptional, perfectly suited for my Fengming lineage. Why not consider leaving Shenwan Peak, and join your auntie's embrace? I'll teach you personally, and with care. I was completely stunned. I even started doubting if I was reading a pirated script. As Su Mei turned away, her pretty face blushed. With a handsome disciple like me, no wonder Xiao Hongling was never into Yi Chun. No way. Even knowing the karma of the future, I won't let him take advantage again. Fortunately, Master and the junior sisters already broke character before. I've built some mental resilience. I called over my loyal little junior brother, and pointed at Yi Chun. Huaizhen, see that black-clothed boy in the crowd? He's my distant cousin. He's about to take the aptitude, and I plan to lend him a hand. Just fulfilling family duty. Then I took out the Chi-Ju pill I got from the alchemy hall yesterday, and tricked junior brother. This is the 9 refined golden pill I bought for him at a high price. A powerful tonic. It can temporarily enhance Please deliver it for me. Say it's a gift from the elders. One for everyone. Junior brother was a bit puzzled. If you mean well, why not say so directly? I'm just afraid he'll be too touched, and it'll mess up his performance. Moved to tears, junior brother ran to Yi Chun with high spirits, and handed him the Chi-Ju pill. This tonic was prepared by the elders of the alchemy hall, for all the talented youths present. It's called 9 refined golden pill. It enhances the body. Please accept it, while it's still warm. Meanwhile, I was already grinning smugly. According to the original plot, as a grade 6 alchemist, the protagonist should instantly notice something's wrong, then flip the situation against me, expose me using the poison pill. Then my furious second junior sister would jump out, and claim everything was my doing. Step 1 of Ling Zhao's downfall complete. But to my shock, Yi Chun threw the pill right into his mouth. That little purple pill was called Sevenfold Doom Pill. It kills within 7 steps after consumption. I meant to poison the child of fate with it. In the original story, Yi Chun would instantly see through it, and publicly expose me. But he didn't follow the script. After humiliating me so many times, letting him off like this would be too cheap. Old Sure. The Zhixiao pill you had me refine. Can it mask any common poison? Old Sure was shocked. You don't mean? That's right. Qingluan sect's rules are strict. I'll use self-sacrifice to take this faker down. As the poison pill slid down Yi Chen's throat, his expression turned vicious. Ling Xiao prepared to die. Then he let out a foul fart, stinking up the area. But the child of fate didn't care. He used the Zhixiao pill to suppress the toxins, and planned to report me to the elders. But as he circulated his technique, the poison didn't fade. Yichun began to bleed strangely on the spot. There's something wrong with this pill. Old Shur immediately stepped forward. Of course there is. This is a Chi-Ju pill refined by a grade 3 alchemist. It's probably at least 3rd grade quality. I told you to wait. But not only did Yichun ignore the advice, he even scolded the elders for not telling him earlier. He yanked off the ring and threw it on the ground. This damn ring? Forget it. I don't want it. The second junior sister saw the entire scene. Senior brother, we succeeded. You won't be hurt by that guy. Meanwhile, Yichun, seeing he was about to lose his lifebound item, hurriedly picked up the ring and begged the elders. Elders, my apologies, just now. I acted on impulse. You who are wise and knowledgeable, is there a cure for this poison? Seeing this, the elders didn't hold it against him. They taught Yichun the ice heart detoxification art to neutralize the poison. Moved by their generosity, Yichun was deeply touched. This old man may be scheming, but he's my only lifeline. I can't afford to offend him again. Then the elders sighed. If you'll heed my words, leave this Qinglan sect. You'll be better off. But Yichun immediately flared up at these words. No way. That bastard Ling Xiao keeps crossing me. If I, Yichun, don't tear him into 1,000 pieces in this life, I'm not a man. Then he turned and looked in my direction. Seeing me suffering from the poison, Ling Xiao must be feeling so smug. I can't let him get his way. I looked at Yichun with concern. Thank goodness for that protagonist's halo. It's just fate, isn't it? Otherwise the story might have ended right here. But I quickly pulled myself together and took out Master's. Since the poison failed, there's still a second humiliation scene today. His fetish will be exposed, and this villain will be written off. Soon we arrived at the combat trial. After the host called Yichin's name 3 times, he finally showed up late. Classic protagonist entrance move. With that, Yichin instantly became the center of attention. Yichin shouted arrogantly from the stage, "Where's my opponent?" An outer sect disciple stepped forward, but Yichin told him to stand down. Cockily, he said, "One move isn't enough to prove anything." Sect master Yundangfeng laughed. "Haha, young man. Then how do you want to test yourself?" The next moment, Yichin pointed at me in the crowd. "I want to challenge him. Ling Xiao, top disciple of Shenluan Peak. I want a battle to the death. If I can't crush him within 10 moves, I, Yichun, will kneel and admit defeat." Just as I stepped onto the stage to accept the challenge, Yichun loudly declared again, "Ling Xiao, I'll defeat you in 10 moves. The humiliation you gave me, I'll return it tenfold." I immediately put on my villainous smirk. "You're nothing but a stray mutt, still barking nonsense. I'll break your legs in 3 moves." But deep down, I was actually excited. Finally, I get to be slapped on stage. The plot's finally back on track. But before the referee even started the match, third junior sister suddenly showed up and shouted, "You don't deserve to fight my senior brother. I'll be your opponent." I was about to cry. I was just about to be humiliated. "Why are you ruining it for me now?" In a panic, I grabbed her hand, trying to pull her off the stage. But at that moment, I felt her palm was faintly burning. Looking at Chu Yoe's expression, I immediately understood everything. "Junior sister, you forcefully practiced the 7th form, Demonic Eagle, of Heavenly Eagle Ascension. The Heavenly Eagle Sword Art is a secret legacy left behind by the Qinglan. Only those who possess the sword soul of Ascending Heart can learn it. 7th form, Demonic Eagle, uses a semi-demonic blade, and under the fusion of a mortal and demonic power, it becomes a deadly force, possessing world-shattering demonic power, but severely damaging to one's beast origin and physical body. When Yichun was trapped in a cavern by 3 martial saints sent by the great Zhou Empress, she didn't even use this move. Yet now, she's cultivated it early for me, a mere villain. As I struggled to find words, a powerful presence suddenly emerged above the martial arena. My beautiful master, Xiao Hongling, appeared. Upon arriving, Xiao Hongling dismissed third junior sister and asked if I was confident. Hearing this, I instantly adopted my villainous persona. "Master, rest assured, this fool dares challenge me to a life and death duel. Your disciple will crush him to repay your kindness." But then, the idol system suddenly activated. Villain persona restored successfully. Gained, swordsmanship +5, agility +5, true essence realm strength +40%. Reached immortal heaven realm mastery. What the? Is this to ensure I obliterate Yichun? Xiao Hongling placed a hand on my shoulder. "Shower, I believe you'll win. Remember what I told you last night. Find a chance to kill her." Under Master's intimidating aura, I could only nod in agreement. Xiao Hongling turned, tossing me a flirt. "That's my good boy. Fight well. If you win, I'll give you an unexpected reward tonight." After my beautiful master left, the highly anticipated life and death duel began. The elders below buzzed with discussion. This duel had both supporters and detractors. Xiao Hongling, seated at the head, spoke up. "No need for my senior brothers and sisters to worry. My disciple shall dominate unchallenged." Overwhelming the arena. On the stage, Yichun couldn't. "You know, since you insulted this prince last night, you've been a dead man walking. Don't worry, after I kill you, I'll find a way to join Shenluan Peak. Your master and junior sisters, I'll take good care of them." "Hey, shut up already. I can't tell which of us is the villain anymore." With the sword drawn, the fight began. I projected fierce bravado, but was ready to throw the match. Yi Chen saw through my flashy, weak strike. Smirking like a seasoned warrior, I, too, grinned, confident in my plan. This strike used less than 10% of my power. No way the protagonist couldn't block it. Everything was under my control. But as my sword neared Yi Chen, the idol system chimed again. Villain persona solidified successfully. Activated sword ultimate ability. Divine sword thunder truth. All beneath the heavens are inferior. My horror. 9 heavenly thunderbolts crashed down. This strike stunned the entire arena. Widow Su quickly glanced at Xiao Hongling. Per the original plot, though Ling Xiao opposed this brat from the start, he never displayed such heaven-defying talent, dominating the field. Could you, too, have foreseen the threads of fate? Xiao Hongling, meanwhile, looked utterly shocked. Shower, is this the first sword ultimate you've crafted with the formless sword body? My shower has the makings of an earth shaker. As the arena's smoke cleared, Yi Chen still stood at the edge of the stage. The crowd below erupted in cheers. Incredible, he blocked it. The fight's still on. That Chief Ling isn't so great after all, just to show off. Seeing this, I breathed a sigh of relief. Good thing I held back in time, or the protagonist would be dead. As expected, always turning danger into opportunity. Yes, that's the look. I struck a pose, ready to lose. But at that very moment, Yi Chen suddenly knelt and surrendered, begging the elders on stage to spare him. This left me dumbfounded. I'd already reduced my sword technique's power to 30%, and you still gave up? Yi Chen, just escorted off the stage by the elders, still looked terrified. It was the first time in his life he felt fear. He absolutely couldn't withstand a second strike. I stood by, my mind full of questions. The Emperor's right honors the world's prodigies, winning the hearts of beauties, and the Night God King, who upholds the 9 heavens and 10 precepts. Is this pathetic? But then I noticed Yi Chen's spirit insect, rekindling my confidence. I almost forgot this plot point. In the original story, Yi Chen crushed Ling Xiao, and this creature snatched Master's stockings from Ling Xiao's chest. Seeing the spirit insect lunge, I spread my arms wide. Come on, I'll confess. I'm the pervert who stole Master's silk stockings. But the next moment, a flash of sword light, and Yi Chen's spirit insect was slain. My beautiful master, Xiao Hongling, stepped forward. The match is decided. You dared to command a demonic beast to ambush my disciple. Despicable and shameless. I've now killed this beast. She turned and winked at me. At that moment, I completely lost it. Stupid system. Get out here. The heroine's arc collapsing is bad enough. But now even the protagonist is this weak? How am I supposed to fix this plot alone? I hurled my sword to the ground. This villain role. I'm done with it. Asterisk ding asterisk warn. Host's resolve detected to be faltering. Mission may fail at any moment. Host, are you sure you want to abandon the villain mission and the reward of becoming a red dust immortal? I'm a villain who crushed the child of destiny, forcing even the protagonist to kneel before me in front of an outraged crowd. But because of this, my villainous conviction shattered. As a villain, what's the point of living if I'm not humiliated by the protagonist? My face darkened, standing on the stage with mixed emotions. My junior sisters and master cast concerned glances my way. Didn't senior brother win? What's wrong? I was still unsure of my choice. My cultivation has soared, and master and my junior sisters treat me well. But if I abandon the villain mission, will I end up with the same fate as my past life? But soon, I rallied myself. I'll not only complete the villain mission, but also uncover why my junior sisters and master have changed. As the referee announced again, Shenluan Peak's chief disciple, Ling Xiao wins. My junior sisters joyfully rushed into my arms, but my beautiful master seemed somewhat downcast. Yurong and Yoe's attitudes seem unusual. According to the prophecy in my dream, weren't they supposed to fall for that kid named Yi Cheng and gradually despise Xiao? Does this mean Shower's fate has been completely altered at this moment? Now that Shower and his junior sisters are on good terms, as their elder and master, I should be happy for them. So why do I feel so lost? Though surrounded by my junior sisters, I still remembered my beautiful master. Master, don't worry. Your disciple will visit Tainia tonight to serve you. And, check your thoughts to see where the plot went wrong. Meanwhile, Yi Chen, having lost the match, ran outside, furiously pounding a tree. The sky seemed tinged with green to him, nearly driving him to chi deviation. Fortunately, Elder Sure urgently taught him an inner cultivation technique. The child of destiny, now stabilized, began plotting again. He tasted failure for the first time, and it fueled his desire to stir trouble. Li Sure is determined to make Ling Xiao pay the price, and I just so happened to appear beside her. Yi Chen looked as if he'd seen a ghost, immediately backing away from me. What do you want? I already kept my word, knelt and apologized. What more do you want? The next second, I pinned Yi Chen. What do I want? Take a guess. In truth, I just wanted to test if this damn protagonist's personality had also changed. But Yi Chen just felt a sudden chill. Back when I took the poison, he actually looked worried. Wait, could he actually be into me? Just when things seemed on the verge of chaos, Elder Yuan Yi's voice came through. Ling Xiao, you've overstepped. Spare others when possible. Since Yi Cheng has already admitted defeat and honored his word, as a renowned sect of the eastern region, Qingluan sect, need we go so far as to kill him? I sneered in disdain. Playing the peacemaker again, huh? That old fox must be scheming something. Funny how he never showed this kind of concern for the protagonist in the original plot. But whatever, I got what I wanted. So Elder Yuan took Yicheng away, just when I thought it was over. Fourth junior sister suddenly popped out of the bushes. According to the system's settings, this artifact can control all beasts within 1,000 miles, as long as they're below core formation level, and it can hide their presence completely. Don't tell me she brought a horde of beasts to crash the scene? By now, fourth junior sister was acting more sly, and speaking absolute nonsense. I must protect the best senior brother in the world. I'll kill Yicheng, and take senior brother away. Run far, far away. So senior brother will only belong to me, if anyone dares stop me. Luckily, I interrupted with a head pat. I told second and third junior sister to stay put. I needed to talk to fourth junior sister alone. Something's clearly wrong with her. I'll start the investigation with this girl. First tactic, seduction. Ineen, why did you show up now? Don't be nervous. Just tell me. Ineen wants to save senior brother, so bad guys won't hurt him. Take him away. As she spoke, she got even more excited. Ineen wants to be with senior brother forever. Forever and ever. My face turned red instantly. Even if cultivators don't care about age, adding both my lives together, I'm already in my 50s, and Ineen is still just a few thousand-year-old girl. This really isn't right. I just wanted some clues. But she's getting more excited now. Luckily, just as I was panicking, she seemed to imagine something on her own. The beast jade pearl dimmed, and she threw herself into my arms. No matter what senior brother does, Ineen will always stay by his side. Seeing the crisis averted, I took the chance to enjoy the moment. Hey, I'm the villain after all. Time to act like one. While I'm busy flirting with my cute junior sister, the so-called child of destiny has to kneel before a chubby old man. It's his only chance to join Qinglan's sect. Only by joining Qinglan's sect can he get close enough to kill me for revenge. Seeing this, the elder finally couldn't bear it. Yicheng, I granted you immortal fate and taught you 5 techniques I already considered, and yet now you bow to a lower realm cultivator? Do I mean nothing to you? But Yicheng didn't care at all. You old geezer. You're just a parasite. You survived the depths thanks to me. You just can't stand to see me doing well. The elder could only sigh helplessly. Then suddenly a thought struck him. Could I have miscalculated? Maybe Yicheng isn't the true child of, but the mysterious figure who stole his fate is. Meanwhile, I was looking at portraits of new disciples. Oh my god. Were they selected based on looks? Every little junior sister is totally my type. I was instantly fired up. Let me personally introduce these new disciples. But right then, second and third junior sisters stepped up. No need to trouble senior brother. We'll take care of this task. Luckily, my tiny leg hugger chimed in at the right time. Senior brother has so much on his plate. How could we ask him to teach? Aren't you meeting with the chief later? That gave me a flash of inspiration. Right? I am meeting the chief. This gave me the perfect excuse. A light bulb went off in my head. Right, almost forgot about this. Since I can't tame the junior sister, might as well go take care of Master. As I arrived outside Master's chamber, I felt something unusual. Could the plot breakdown be because of Master? That day's forced energy transfer wasn't just a drunken impulse. Tonight, I must get to the bottom of this. At that moment, I heard Master calling me in. I tiptoed in quietly and saw my beautiful Master blushing. You did well today. You didn't let me down. As your reward, I'll let you unwind a bit. Then she stretched out her jade-like feet. My dear Xiao, come wash your master's feet. What the heck? You call that a reward? You're seriously into weird stuff. But no wonder she's the top beauty of the East. Those legs, damn fine. Still, I'm not the kind of creep who finds foot washing rewarding. I was just about to refuse. But then Xiao Hongling suddenly asked, if you're unwilling, then why did you steal my stockings? If she kept talking, I'd die of embarrassment. So I quickly got the water ready and used all 18 strokes of the away technique, keeping her from saying anything more. Her moaning made me start to get into it too. Luckily, the system notified me. Villain persona restored successfully. Random reward granted. Divine massage technique. Max level acquired. Effect on females plus 300%. Master then pulled her feet back. That's enough. I'm very pleased. Your skill is impressive. If I asked you to serve me forever, to wash my feet daily, would you be willing? That question left me speechless. A lifetime of foot washing. Seeing me stay silent, Master coughed and sat up. You may possess an intangible physique, but your duel with Yi Chun today shows your sword intent control still needs work. Next month, our disciples from the 5 peaks will venture underground together. As the chief disciple of Shenluan Peak, it's time for you to obtain your own natal spirit item. That shocked me. Since when does a villain get a natal item? Wasn't that reserved for Yi Chun and all the female leads? With mixed feelings, I left, while Master stared at my back for a long, silent moment. Shower. Though I've seen the cause and effect of the future, there are still many unclear parts in between. But I will give everything I have to raise you as a peerless swordmaster, to cut open the heavens and earth, and rewrite fate itself. Just then, a voice came from behind her. My. So even the always unrestrained Chief Xiao has fallen for someone, huh? But seriously though, that disciple of yours, Ling Xiao, he is really quite good looking. This elegant lady before her was Yu Ji, wife of the Qinglan sect's founding ancestor. Ren was sealed in the forbidden grounds of Qinglan's sect. She saw right through Master's feelings for me. Because within Xiao Hongling's sword, Qinglan, resides a pair of twin phoenix spirits. If she transfers the sword's wings to a man, that phoenix soul enters his spiritual core. From then on, her entire destiny is bound to that man. If she falls in love, it can only be him. Otherwise, she'll suffer soul-burning agony. Yet she herself can still flirt around freely. Yu muttered beside Xiao Hongling. When you asked if he'd serve you forever, you must have felt something real, right? Too bad he hesitated. Before she could finish, Xiao Hongling snapped. Silence. There's nothing indecent between me and my disciple. How dare others slander it? Yu hurriedly dodged the fierce sword shadow. All right, I understand. Don't be angry. By the way, how did you know my remnant soul was sealed in the sex-forbidden Panlong abyss, and could so easily break the seal to free me? Xiao Hongling merely said calmly. I can see the future. That villain Yichen will later invade the forbidden area, take you as his master, and gain your inheritance. If this man succeeds, he'll lead Qinglan to eternal ruin. I must act first. Okay, calm down, little Hongling. This immortal lady will lend you a hand. My dear husband was the founding ancestor of Qinglan's sect, so I must help protect his legacy. Meanwhile, third junior sister was pacing anxiously outside my room. Unable to hold back, she stepped inside. It's so late, and he's still not back. Could he have gone down the mountain? No, I must see senior brother tonight. That matter can't be delayed any longer. But my scent lingering in the room stirred third junior sister's heart. No, I can't do this. But then, thinking senior brother wasn't here, desire ultimately overcame reason. Fourth junior sister climbed onto my bed, sniffing it, and this was precisely when I, just returning, caught her from the doorway. What's going on here? That's some twisted behavior. This isn't just a character collapse. It's like she's possessed. Today, Ling, will get to the bottom of this. I'll catch her in the act, and she'll have to tell the truth. But at that moment, junior sister touched the flowing shadow stone under my pillow. Images of my junior sisters bathing instantly projected. I immediately shrank back in panic. I'm done for. Completely ruined. My image as senior brother is destroyed. But then I thought, I'm a villain, right? Who needs an image? So, I boldly pushed open the door and walked in. Third junior sister, how dare you? Seeing third junior sister's furious glare, I was instantly thrilled. No matter how gentle and precious she is, seeing my despicable behavior, she surely can't forgive me. Scold me, hit me, whatever. Then I'll turn the tables, intimidate, and bribe her. My villain points will max out, no problem. As expected, the next moment, third junior sister crushed the flowing shadow stone in her hand. Then, with a half smile, she looked at me. If senior brother has such hobbies, why not just look at me? I forced down my inner fear and delivered my villainous line. I'm an adult. Of course I want them all. Don't misunderstand. I used the flowing shadow stone to spy. No, observe you all. To monitor your cultivation progress. To see how you've grown. That's all. You. Sneaking into my room in the middle of the night, climbing onto my bed. What's your purpose? My tactic of turning the tables worked. Junior sister instantly looked flustered. Wei Wei was worried about senior brother. Afraid you were injured by that scoundrel Yi Chung today. So I came to check on you. I pressed harder, backing third junior sister into a corner. So concerned about me, huh? Should senior brother give you a reward? My actions were to probe third junior sister's intentions. Per the original plot, I should have been injured by Yi Chung at the disciple acceptance ceremony, and third junior sister, along with fourth junior sister, would visit Yi Chung, moved by his feigned magnanimity, and gradually won over by his charm. She developed a subtle fondness for Yi Chung. But now I've beaten Yi Chung to his knees. Yet the third junior sister came to visit me. Hasn't this plot completely gone off the rails? At this moment, I was inwardly panicking. Dodge quick. Damn it, you're not even fighting back. The plot's about to collapse. Thankfully, at the critical moment, the third junior sister reached out and stopped my action. I instantly felt a weight lift off my shoulders. Thank heavens, you finally followed the script. I knew it. No matter how much this plot derails, I, a grand villain, couldn't possibly end up with the heroine. But before I could celebrate for a few seconds, the third junior sister suddenly silenced me with a kiss. At that moment, only one thought filled my mind. What went wrong with my villain persona? On this dark, windy night, the third junior sister stole my first kiss. I gently pushed her away, about to scold her, but the next second, her eyes welled up with tears. Seeing this, I couldn't bear to be harsh. I reached out to pat Chu Yue's head. Well, aren't you something? At this, the third junior sister happily threw herself into my arms. I knew senior brother wouldn't blame me. My eyes were filled with affection. I've watched them grow up over these past 10 years. The youngest sister, once a crybaby who could only bond with spirit beasts, became an exceptional beast tamer, freely controlling the 7 Jedon demon beasts. Yue, once a frail little girl with a weak spiritual foundation, became the renowned Qinwei fairy, shaking the entire sect. Yurong, having washed away her past brilliance, became a top-tier sword cultivator prodigy. Her combat skills and ferocity are awe-inspiring. While I slacked off, and with our master frequently wandering the 4 seas, it was these 3 remarkable junior sisters who held everything together. People aren't plants. After more than a decade of living side by side, I can't just mechanically play the villain anymore. Behind the scenes, I've done a lot for these junior sisters. But just now, Yue said I was good to her. I did all that in secret, didn't I? No way. Tonight, I need to confront her head on and get to the bottom of this. I released my hand from the third junior sister's shoulder and said sternly, "Third junior sister, you were rude to your senior brother just now. I'll let it slide for now. Next, your senior brother will ask you 3 questions, and you must answer truthfully. First question, before the Beichuan prince's visit to the mountain today, had you ever met him?" At this, Chu Yue visibly panicked for a moment, but still replied, "I've never met him." I didn't doubt her on this. I know my third junior sister well. She never lies. If she says she hasn't met Yi Cheng, then they've definitely never crossed paths. But then I thought, wait a minute. When Yi Cheng provoked me today, the look in the third junior sister's eyes toward him was filled with hatred. A person's eyes can never hide their true feelings. I'll set that aside for now. I moved on to the second question. Then let me ask you, after seeing Yi Cheng today, what's your impression of him? At this, a murderous glint flashed across the third junior sister's face, replying to senior brother, though Yue doesn't know him. Seeing him today, I utterly despise his behavior and character. I wish I could. This girl's a wolf in sheep's clothing. She might already know Yi Cheng's true face. It seems the third junior, if she truly hasn't met Yi Cheng, why would she show such intense killing intent? In that case, there's no need for the third question. I need to probe her true thoughts about Yi Cheng. An idea struck me. Third junior sister, would you help your senior brother with something? I want you to go to Tiandang Peak and set a trap for Yi Cheng to help your senior brother vent some anger. Of course, if you're unwilling, forget it. I thought to myself, first probing third junior sister's attitude, who knew that upon hearing this, senior brother, are you asking Wei to kill? When should I act? Should I leave the body intact? At the same time, in the low-tier disciple dormitory of Yundang Peak, Yi Chun was meditating cross-legged, settled in so quickly. Damn, that feels great. Elder Shur, you're awesome. Hearing this, Elder Shur immediately grew smug. Haha, now you won't say I'm bragging, will you? Today, you ignored my advice and recklessly challenged that Yuani Elder as your master. I won't hold it against you, but from now on, you must listen to me. Just then, a disciple reported from outside. Disciple Chu from Shunwan Peak is here, saying she wants to apologize. Do you want to see her? Hearing this news, Yi Chen instantly forgot Elder Shur's words, rushing toward the door, like an eager monkey. Let's see what game she's stepping outside. Chu Yue was indeed waiting atop Yundang Cliff. Seeing Chu Yue, Yi Chen struck a dashing pose. Fairy Chu. No, my mistake. I should call you Senior Sister Chu now. Meeting me late at night. What's the occasion? Chu Yue, blushing, replied. I came today to apologize on behalf of my senior brother. He was heavy-handed today, causing you harm. Asterisk sigh asterisk. Her words made Yi Chen's heart sore. Look at that blush. Chu Yue definitely has a crush on me. Chu Yue felt a twinge of guilt. When will I stop blushing every time I lie? I need to stay calm. I must complete the task senior brother gave me. The gentle and lovely third junior sister, meeting the child of destiny late at night. All just for senior brother's task. Upon seeing Yi Chun, Chu Yue began acting vividly. After learning the full story, I realized it was all my senior brother's fault. He saw junior sister Ying fall for you at first sight, and grew jealous. But her inner thoughts were different. This performance instantly moved Yi Chun to tears. He stepped forward to hug Chu Yue, but she deftly dodged. Sorry, junior brother Yi, that's too sudden. Yi Chun struck another dashing pose to show his magnanimity. No worries, no worries. I know senior sister Chu didn't mean it. Just too shy. Senior sister, the night is beautiful. Just the two of us. How about? Chu Yue, seeing Yi Chen's attitude, felt like retching. Cutting him off, she got to the point. How about I take you to a nice place? You're new to Qinglan, and probably don't know its 72 scenic wonders and 81 cave abodes. Let me show you around. As a small apology for my senior brother, she then flew off on her spirit sword. Yi Chun, trailing behind, flashed a confident smile. Woman, playing hard to get, huh? I love this game. And so, Yi Chun was lured to a spiritual spring. Third junior sister left with a word. Junior brother Yi, wait here a moment. I'll bathe in the spiritual spring ahead, and be right back. She hurried off. After Chu Yue left, Elder Shur's expression turned serious. Young friend, this woman left you here alone. I fear it's not that simple. But Yi Chen just grinned like a lovesick fool. Elder, you don't get it. She must be preparing something special for the long night ahead. Elder Shur couldn't help but warn. Young friend, listen to this old man's advice. This place is unusual. There's likely a trap. Yi Cheng replied impatiently. Elder Shur, why say that? This place is rich in spiritual energy, of excellent quality. It's like an extremely rare immortal heavenly spirit pool, typically reserved for core disciples or even revered elders' cultivation. Moreover, the feng shui here is heavily yin, lo and yang, for reasons unknown. In short, we should leave quickly. But the foolish protagonist still ignored the advice. Haha, Elder Shur, you're underestimating my Yi Cheng's destiny. From carving my path out of the great Zhou dynasty, when have I not turned danger into opportunity? What's there to fear? But half an hour passed, and Yi Cheng was shivering from the cold. Yet he still hadn't seen Chu Yue. Far from discouraged, he grew even more excited. Didn't Chu Yue say she was bathing in the spirit spring ahead? I'll go greet her. As Yi Cheng walked in, He saw a stone tablet inscribed with Heavenly Maiden Pool. Isn't this already Fengming Peak's territory? Yet Yi Cheng pressed forward. Sure enough, he saw a woman bathing in the pool. At this, he excitedly rushed toward the pool, but a water bead struck him square in the face, chilling him to the bone. The next moment, a black-haired woman rose from the pool. What vile thief dares trespass on Fengming Peak's sacred Heavenly Maiden Pool? Surprisingly, Yi Cheng didn't flee at this sight. Instead, he stood there, stunned. Who'd have thought Fengming Peak had such a stunning beauty? At that moment, Elder Shi's panicked voice rang out. Trouble, young friend, run. This woman has an innate Azura physique, a heavy killing star, with strength far beyond yours. Yet Yi Cheng calmly stood up. Elder Shi, you're worrying over nothing again. Watch closely. This air will go charm this white-clothed fairy. Yi Cheng immediately struck a dashing pose, exuding confidence. Since birth, I've known I have a unique charm aura. No beauty can resist me. This woman surely can't withstand my allure either. Yi Cheng then bowed to the woman, saying, Greetings, fairy. Your beauty is truly peerless. In all my life, I've rarely seen. The woman, enraged, slashed out with her sword. Insolent, you dare jest? Her sword struck Yi Cheng's arm, cutting a deep gash. Blood spurted like a fountain, yet Yi Cheng still couldn't believe it. What a domineering, sharp sword strike. This woman is dead set on killing me. How could this be? My charm. The commotion quickly drew other female disciples to spectate. The woman turned sternly and said, This man is a disciple of Tiandang Peak's first master. Report this to our master first. Let him decide. The watching junior sisters promptly left to obey. Chu Yue, hidden senior brother's plan was brilliant. Now I can report back successfully. But speaking of which, senior sister Zhu is both beautiful and powerful. She must be the dream of every man, right? Senior brother had me lure her here. Did he know her temperament? Could senior brother have feelings for senior sister Zhu? No way. Senior brother can only belong to me. Meanwhile, hearing the system prompt, I was overjoyed. It worked. As in the original plot, Yi Cheng was lured to Fengming Peak's territory and met Zhu Wanning. Only then did I notice the system prompt's details. Due to the protagonist suffering severe injuries from your indirect actions, he lost 100 points of destiny value, successfully solidified the original villain persona, received substantial rewards, etc. Yi Cheng was gravely injured by Zhu Wanning. This doesn't seem right. That's when I remembered. In the original story, third junior sister stopped it, so the protagonist was never injured. But now the plot's falling apart because the sisters lost their roles. Still, I didn't lose heart, because next up is the second big face-slapping event by Yi Cheng, the 5-peak martial meet. Once that's over, I'm one step closer to wrapping this up. But just as I opened the system to see if I had any usable items, my stat panel gave me a huge shock. What the heck is Divine Sword Jade Thunder Technique? Sword Shadow Azure Dragon Art. True Chi Heavenly Astral Shine. There were nearly 87 abilities combined. What even are these techniques? This is just an immortal super package. You damn system. Are you trying to get me to kill the protagonist by accident? I tentatively clicked on the Mega Training Pack to see if I could delete it. Otherwise this dog system would use it at the worst time. Auto use is the worst. But the next second, the stat panel vanished. Ding. Mega Experience Pack activated. Auto-loading cultivation for the host. Please wait. The next moment, my clothes disappeared, and I reached peak innate realm. Damn it. I've never seen such a shameless system. Just as I was freaking out, third junior sister suddenly walked in. The next second, our eyes met. She awkwardly asked, Senior brother, why aren't you wearing clothes? Then the system popped up a warning. Villain persona at risk of collapse. Please maintain your persona. So I decided, screw it. Vivi, let me show you something special. I've got a treasure for you. I was supposed to be the villain who constantly gets humiliated. Now I've got a loli on one side, a jade beauty on the other, one in each arm. Just moments ago, I took third junior sister to the cliffside of Shinluan Peak. Based on years of observation, this is the best spot to enjoy the moon. Whenever I can't sleep, I come here for the night view. Time passes fast that way. Chu Yue couldn't help but ask. Vivi's curious. Senior brother, why did you lure Yi Cheng to senior sister Zhu and have her do the dirty work? And how were you so sure he'd hurt her? Would senior sister Zhu really hurt him? I scratched the back of my head and said, just a hunch. But I knew it wasn't just a hunch. In the original script, Zhu Wanning had unmatched talent. She wielded the ancient Azura war vessel. She was cold and proud, with clear love and hate. She had no interest in Yi Cheng at first, thought him crude and arrogant. But during the 5-peak martial meet, after being defeated by him, her mindset began to change. She started seeing the new junior brother in a new light. Then in the Sword Seed dungeon, she and Yi Cheng got trapped and had to practice Qinglan twin swords together. But then my pupils dilated. Wait a sec. Zhu Wanning already met Yi Cheng early and even injured him and formed a grudge. So who will train with him later? Seeing third junior sister's puzzled look, I quickly put on a professional facade. It's nothing. Just remembered something happy. Vivi, you helping me frame Yi Cheng tonight lifted a great weight off my heart. Well done. But at that moment, Chu Yue blushed. Now that senior brother's wish is fulfilled, can you fulfill the promise you made earlier and make Vivi feel good too? Wait, what? What kind of wild words are those? Feel good? Is she saying? Then Chu Yue grabbed my sleeve. Just like I said before, I really like senior brother, so I want you to become my Dao companion. From now on, made official under the moonlight, I was cuddling with senior brother for warmth. These shy feelings, Wei Wei has only ever shared them with senior brother, and will only ever share them with you in the future. Senior brother, would you be willing? Her words made my heart pound like crazy. Who could say no to this? Panicking, I quickly pulled away from her, with a strange rush of emotion inside me. Am I not scummy enough as a senior brother? Wait, no. Am I not annoying enough? I know not many. But before I could say more, Wei Wei's delicate finger pressed against my lips. Don't say that about yourself. Listen carefully, senior brother. I will never forget the first day I arrived at the mountain, and you cooked that warm meat porridge for me. And I'll never forget when I broke a string on my instrument at age 6, fearing punishment from the elder the next day. I cried all night. You secretly fixed it for me. And there are so many more moments. Senior brother, you are the gentlest man in the world. Holy crap, how does she know all that? I've been keeping the villain facade, but my secret soft side has been exposed. Wait, could it be that they've discovered everything I did behind the scenes? And that's why the narrative changed. Which means that Chu Yue right now isn't falling for the perverted villain Ling Xiao, but the real me. The next moment, she hugged my waist tighter and leaned close. Senior brother, would you accept Wei Wei's feelings? I was about to answer, but she kissed me before I could speak, just as I mourned the loss of my first kiss. Second sister suddenly appeared. Senior brother, there you are. About next month's 5-peak dance. In that instant, the scene became unbearably awkward. I was just about to explain, when the system warned me again. Villain persona about to collapse. Forget it, let's go all in. I grabbed them both, one in each arm. You roam. You came at the perfect time. I'm a villain, after all. Of course I want them all. After all that, just as I was about to say something to change the topic, second and third sister both leaned in close. Well then, senior brother, let's do it together. While I, the villain, was enjoying sweet moments with my juniors, the chosen one, Yi Chun, was imprisoned and tortured. At that moment, all Yi Chun could see was a field of green. Nothing else. Elder Shirt tried to comfort him. Don't speak. Focus on healing. You were blinded by that lust-enhancing artifact of the Azura physique girl. If Elder Yuan hadn't arrived in time, you would have been. Yi Chun was furious and humiliated. This is all that scumbag Ling Xiao and his little crew's doing. I, Yi Chun, will repay this humiliation 1,000-fold. Those who wrong me shall be torn to pieces. Those who disgrace me will be damned for eternity. Someone's coming. They're at least late-stage Yuan-in, nearly half-step nascent soul. Could it be the enforcer here to execute you? Before Elder Shirk could finish, the prison gate was kicked open with a bang, and it was none other than Foaming Peak's Lord Su. Prince Yi, you've finally fallen into my hands. Now speak. How do you want to die? As Su Widow approached, killing intent radiating, Yi Chen nearly wet himself in fear. He begged Elder Shur in his heart for help. Elder Shur, your soul is parasitizing me right now. If I die, you won't have a good ending either. If you save me today, this prince will do anything you say. But Elder Shur didn't respond at all. Seeing Yi Chun in this state, Widow Su felt a stir of doubt. In her memories, this child of destiny, blessed with immense fortune, would upheave Qinglan's sect and the entire central continent. Yet here he was, a coward fearing death. With this thought, Widow Su seized Yi Chen's throat. A wisp of black energy emerged in her hand. What heavenly memories. What tragic fate. Today, I, Su Mei, will kill this root of calamity and rewrite the heavens. But just as Yi Chun was about to die, a spatial vortex appeared around him. The next second, Yi Chun vanished without a trace. Though unwilling, Su Mei wasn't surprised. Of course, those memories mentioned a powerful figure backing Yi Chun, the main reason for his unstoppable fortune and unhindered dominance. It's a pity the script only sketched a rough future, never revealing who this mysterious figure is. Su Mei's expression grew even graver. If she continues to seek shelter under senior brother Yuan and participates in the upcoming 5 Peaks Martial Assembly, the consequences will be dire. She must be stopped, or everything will be irreversible. But with her immense fortune and a powerful protector, how can I strike? Next, Yi Chun will likely challenge Shenluan Peak's chief disciple, Ling Xiao, at the 5 Peaks Martial Assembly, defeating him to gain fame across the sect. Then I can only pin my hopes on Ling Xiao. Perhaps she's the key piece to change the entire game. A smirk curled Su Mei's lips. Junior sister Hongling. We sisters have competed our whole lives, and I've always been a step ahead. But this time, your chief disciple, I'm claiming her. With my foresight, this life, I won't lose to you. Meanwhile, the Night God King was fleeing in panic. Elder Shur spoke up to warn him. Young friend, I just exhausted all my soul power to save you. We should flee Qinglan's sect now. The farther, the better. You're a child of destiny with heaven-defying fortune. Leaving Qinglan's sect won't diminish your opportunities. But Yi Chen halted his steps, no longer the pleading figure begging Elder Shur for rescue. Instead saying with a dark expression, "Shut up, Elder Shur. As you said, I'm the child of destiny. Anyone who opposes me will die a gruesome death. Or what's the point of being the child of destiny? You keep saying you exhausted all your soul power. So tell me, where did that soul power come from? You think I don't know? All these years, every time I broke through a realm, you siphoned off part of my soul power to strengthen your own soul. We're just using each other. No need to act so noble. Yi Chen's words left Elder Shi speechless. But having chosen this ungrateful wretch, he had to accept his fate. He asked what Yi Chen planned to do next. Yi Chen, face grim, replied, I'm going to Yuan Yi Elder to report that Ling Xiao and Chu Yue conspired to frame me and expose it to Qinglan's sex elder true immortal. I'll make that wretched pair pay. Elder sure couldn't help but warn, young friend, let me be honest. Yuan Yi Elder carries a trace of ancient demonic aura. He might be a spy from the 8 great demonic sects planted in the righteous path. Young friend, you'd best steer clear of such a vile character to avoid tainting your reputation. But Elder Shi's words backfired. Yi Chen's eyes gleamed with excitement. Yuan Yi is a hidden demonic cultivator in Qinglan's sect. Haha, that's perfect. I'll join forces with him to destroy Qinglan's sect. Slaughter everyone in this sect. With one letter, my non-blood-related beauty of a sister, Yi Xian, will lead 800,000 Beichuan shock troops to the eastern domain, allying with the demonic sect. I'll crush Qinglan's sect in one fell swoop. I want that thief Ling Xiao to watch his junior sisters and master be humiliated to death by me, and those wretches Su Mei and Zhu Wanning. Yi Cheng, won't spare them either. Seeing Yi Cheng's vile demeanor, Elder Shi felt a pang of unease. No distinction between good and evil, no sense of right or wrong. This boy is beyond saving. By a twist of fate, Yi Cheng and Elder Shi stumbled into the Sword Seed secret realm. As they arrived, the stone gate opened automatically. Elder Shi recognized the place at once. The Sword Seed secret realm, a place Qinglan's sect uses to forge artifacts for its disciples, opening only once every decade. But Yi Cheng's expression remained calm. So, there are many powerful weapons inside. Elder Shi urgently explained. Far more than powerful. Successfully obtaining one would greatly enhance a cultivator's strength. That's why countless cultivators vie to join Qinglan Immortal Sect each year. If my senses are correct, this will be the greatest opportunity of your life. This sparked a glimmer of hope in Yi Cheng. Without hesitation, he charged inside. Hurrah! One moment, I was being hunted by that wench, and the next, I stumble upon such fortune. This is worthy of my title as the Child of Destiny. But Elder Shi blocked Yi Cheng's path. Young friend, you mustn't. The Sword Seed realm is fraught with danger. With your current strength, entering is a death sentence. Better to bide your time and return when you're stronger. But Yi Cheng no longer gave Elder Shi any respect. He rushed in regardless. This is my opportunity. You don't get to order me around. Instead of holding me back, help me find the exact location of this great opportunity. At that moment, Elder Shi seemed to sense something. He turned sharply, pointing in a direction. Found it. That's the source of the mysterious power. Yi Cheng, sword in hand, excitedly charged toward it. A cave ahead bore the words 10,000 Demon Grotto. A demonic sword was embedded in the center. Elder Shi was stunned. The 10,000 Demon Grotto's demonic sword. How could a demonic weapon be in the sect? Yi Cheng grew even more excited. A demonic sword? Intriguing. It sounds perfect for this heir's aura. He stepped forward to pull out the sword. Elder Shi tried to warn him again. The demonic sword bears a powerful sealing enchantment. There's surely a grave... It's beyond your control. But Yi Cheng no longer treated Elder Shi as an ally. He snarled at him. I can't handle it. And you think that Qinglan sect thief, who stole my destiny can? Elder Shi spoke the truth. Based on current destiny, that young friend might indeed handle it. Hearing this, Yi Cheng flew into a rage. Why can he but not me? You old fool, fawning over an outsider. You'd better remember who your master is. Today, I'll show you who the true child of destiny is. With that, Yi Cheng yanked with all his might. The demonic sword was pulled from the stone. A torrent of demonic energy erupted. Even Elder Shi felt a presence from the upper realms. Yi Cheng's expression grew increasingly unhinged. This is indeed my destined opportunity. I'll be the one to turn the tides. But the next second, Xiao Hongling emerged from the demonic mist. She had been waiting there for some time. The scene stirred a memory in Xiao Hongling. Back then, Yi Cheng pulled the demonic sword, releasing the seal of Qinglan sect's ancestral matriarch. He was granted the sect's ancestral vein power, but instead of repaying the sect, he led the demonic cult to destroy Qinglan's sect, and in the end, he turned the tables, threatening his master. Master, if you and your senior sisters obediently submit to me, I'll help you preserve Qinglan's sect, but if you resist, I'll slaughter your entire sect. Just before Yi Cheng entered the Sword Seed realm, Xiao Hongling once tried to pull out the demon sword early, but found she couldn't move it at all. She even almost threw out her back. With no other option, Xiao Hongling moved to plan B, which was to lure Yi Cheng into drawing the sword first, and then snatch it midway. All of Yi Cheng's efforts would be in vain. Back to the present. When Elder Shi saw Xiao Hongling appear, he urgently warned Yi Cheng to flee. My young friend, that woman is definitely up to something. Let's find a way to get out of here. But Yi Cheng showed his usual blind confidence, believing this opportunity was given to him by Xiao Hongling herself. What fortune do I possess to be so favored by the Exalted One? Xiao Hongling, seeing how dumb he was, decided to have a little fun. She lifted Yi Cheng's chin and said, You think I favor you? Then flung him against the ceiling. You wish. Young Master Yi, you clearly have no self-awareness. That Ling Xiao again. I'm the one blessed with fate. All women should admire me, be obsessed with me. Why does everything belong to that Ling Xiao? Thinking this, Yi Cheng foolishly tried to attack Xiao Hongling, but he couldn't even withstand a single strike from her, and was slammed into the wall. Xiao Hongling then raised her sword for a final strike, intending to finish off this child of fate. But just as the blade neared Yi Cheng, a bolt of lightning struck to stop it. Xiao Hongling was even pierced through by heavenly thunder. Yi Cheng was thrilled by this. Haraha, I am the chosen one. Try to harm. You'll suffer for it. Elder Shi again urged Yi Cheng to run, but he refused to listen, and advanced towards Xiao Hongling. Run. Why would I run? He humiliated me like this. If I don't get revenge, I'm no man. At this point, Xiao Hongling really had no strength left to fight. The parts in her hand fell due to lightning damage. Yi Cheng leered pervertedly. Give up, Master Xiao. Serving me once before dying would be a fine death indeed. He reached out with a pervy hand toward her. Xiao Hongling shut her eyes in despair. Shower, I still failed to protect you. But just then, her jade pendant lit up, dissolving the thunder in an instant. Even so, Yi Cheng wasn't worried, since he's the child of fate after all. As long as Xiao Hongling intended to kill him, a second or third thunderbolt would follow. But she no longer wanted to kill him. Instead, she flashed behind him and struck his neck. If she couldn't kill him, at least she could beat him. Then she unleashed a flurry of kicks on him, turning him into a swollen, pig-headed mess. She even crushed his memory fragment. If she couldn't kill him, he'd forget everything. Even Elder Shi in the ring got a beating from her in the process. Once things were dealt with, Xiao Hongling summoned Yueji. Yueji sighed and said, so it seems, our plan to lure Yi Cheng here and kill him quietly failed. He really is the child of fate. I didn't expect the heavens to protect him this much. Xiao Hongling also felt lucky that her jade pendant saved her in time. It was a gift from Shower when he was young. He's probably forgotten by now, but fate seems to have shifted. Only Shower can stop Yi Cheng now. To think our innocent-looking fourth junior sister was secretly such a pervy old creep. Just now I was enjoying a relaxing bath, when the moment I stepped out, fourth junior sister barged in. She urgently said, Senior brother, Master told me to inform you to head to Dragonhead Peak. That Yi Cheng is with the head elder, tearfully accusing you and third junior sister. But the next second, our eyes met, and the scene turned awkward. I quickly tried to calm myself. It's not the first or second time I've been exposed anyway. To maintain my villain persona, I went all in and strode toward fourth junior sister. Well, junior sister Ying, why are you so eager to barge into senior brother's room? Want senior brother to teach you some useful knowledge? But fourth junior sister blinked her innocent, watery eyes. Ying doesn't quite understand senior brother's meaning. Will senior brother teach me? Ying's reaction struck my conscience with guilt. If Yue and Yurong were here, they'd probably be blushing already. She really doesn't understand anything. Truly the purest, most innocent little angel. To think I, for the sake of my villain persona, said such shameless things to a junior sister as pure as a blank slate. My conscience aches. What I didn't know was, after fourth junior sister closed the door, her demeanor shifted instantly. An unnatural flush spread across her face. Senior brother's physique is amazing. I want to do this and that to him, then that and this. This strengthened Ying's resolve to kill Yi Cheng, so she could have senior brother forever. Meanwhile, at Fengming Peak's dormitory, Fengming Peak's senior sister Zhu Wanning had a nightmare. Qinglan's sect was destroyed. Her junior sisters all slaughtered by the demonic sect. Yet Yi Cheng hypocritically urged her to accept fate. Zhu Wanning's eyes burned with hatred for Yi Cheng. If she hadn't wasted so much time on the way, how could Qinglan's sect have fallen to this? In the end, after it was all over, only 6 people remained in Qinglan's sect. The other peaks were entirely wiped out by the demonic sect. Finally, a knock at the door jolted Zhu Wanning awake from her dream, recalling that vividly real nightmare. The grand ceremony, the trial, the sect's destruction. Fourth junior sister and I had just arrived. With the 5 peaks martial assembly approaching, I was worried Yi Cheng might stir up trouble and ruin himself, so I hurried over. Then, a graceful, commanding woman approached. I am Zhu Wanning, chief disciple of Fengming Peak, under Elder Qo. I've long admired senior brother Ling's reputation. I blushed at the compliment. Good grief. No wonder she's the top-tier beauty Yi Cheng worked so hard to win in the original story. Those legs could make me ascend to enlightenment. Yi Cheng doesn't deserve her. Still, I had to uphold my villainous professionalism. I immediately struck a sleazy pose. Well, so it's junior sister Zhu. Seeing you in person surpasses your reputation. Such breathtaking beauty. It's utterly captivating. What's this? Did the elder summon me regarding Longsho Peak, and specially send junior sister Zhu to guide me, so I wouldn't get lost? I was quite pleased with my performance. Given Zhu Wanning's feelings for Yi Cheng, she probably wanted to discuss strategies to smoothly get Yi Cheng released. But not only did Zhu Wanning ignore my sleazy attitude, she glared with hatred. Senior brother Ling, that Yi Cheng is audacious, trespassing in Tiannu Pool, and provoking you at the disciple acceptance ceremony. As chief disciples, we must join forces to ensure he faces justice, never to rise again. What the? Woman, do you hear what you're saying? Seeing her ready to destroy Yi Cheng, I quickly stepped in to defend him. Junior sister Zhu, at yesterday's disciple acceptance ceremony, that new disciple, junior brother Yi, did have some friction with me. But I, Ling Xiao, Act with integrity and fairness. Whether Yi Chun is guilty, and whether his punishment is light or heavy, will be judged by the sect's iron laws. Please, junior sister Zhu, don't think otherwise. I concealed my just and magnanimous heart. With that, I grabbed fourth junior sister and fled. Asterisk slip asterisk. If I kept talking with junior sister Zhu, this plot might spiral even more absurdly. At this moment, Zhu Wanning had already been moved by my righteous tiger drawing. She didn't expect senior brother Ling to be so different from what she imagined. Now I can't pull back my villain image anymore. The Son of Destiny reported me, but instead made me the symbol of integrity for the Qingwan sect. At this moment, in the grand hall of Xinshao Palace, Yi Chengzheng was kneeling and accusing me to Elder Yuani, and I only felt pity for him. Now I just want to keep this guy alive until the Five Veins gathering, so he can defeat me in public, and help me complete this major plot. Seeing Yi Chengzheng glaring at me viciously, I quickly returned a loyal and provocative glare. Staring won't help. Come bite me if you dare, dumbass. If not for the mission, with my current strength, I could slice off this trash with one sword. But while staring back at Yi Chengzheng, I realized the powerful aura of the Son of Destiny he once had was gone. Could it be that his luck is... Just then, the headmaster asked me a question. Ling Xiao, why isn't your junior sister Chu Yue present? Did my disciples fail to notify her properly? I responded cleverly. My third junior sister overstrained her heart meridian while practicing zither last night. Today, our master strictly ordered her to rest in the dorm. She's not allowed to go out. Hearing that, the headmaster had no choice but to let it go. And in my heart, I gave myself a thumbs up for the quick thinking. The third junior sister isn't good at talking. If she came out for questioning, everything would be exposed. Master's the best. Using her as an excuse really worked. Suddenly, the headmaster asked sternly, Ling Xiao, did you instruct your junior sister Chu Yue to lure Yi Chun to the Celestial Maiden Stone at Fengming Peak last night? Tell the truth. I started thinking in my mind, what kind of explanation can clear my name without getting Yi Chun killed? This really needs some skill. Right now, countless eyes were waiting for my answer. Then Elder Yuan spoke insidiously. Yi Chun, my good disciple, don't worry. If his answer later isn't good, and he can't prove his innocence, or if no one speaks for him, I have 10,000 ways to make the disciplinary hall punish him. To quell the hatred in your heart. At that moment, Widow Sue's voice rang out. Well, since junior sister Hong Ling isn't here today, I'll take it upon myself to act on her behalf, and stand up for nephew Lin. I'll personally interrogate him. This moved me to tears. Aunt Sue has always been at odds with my master, yet she's willing to step up for me, her nephew. I'll repay this kindness tenfold. Yi Chun, meanwhile, was gnashing his teeth in anger. Master, I'm so furious. I was so close. Today that guy would have been dead for sure. Why does this jerk have such good luck? Could he be the one Elder Sure mentioned? The existence that stole my destiny. After receiving the headmaster True Immortal's approval, Widow Sue turned to me and asked, Nephew Lin, did you, last night, send your junior sister Chu Yue to Yundang Peak to visit the disciple Yi Chun? I answered truthfully that it was so, since Chu Yue, on her way to Yundang Peak, would likely have encountered Yundang Peak disciples. Rather than hiding it, I openly admitted it. I even reported the exact time down to the minute. This made Widow Sue somewhat worried, thinking to herself, silly boy, why would you admit it? How can I protect you now? She hurriedly asked me to think carefully again, whether I truly sent junior sister Chu to Yundang Peak, and to ensure there were no mistakes. Unexpectedly, I doubled down with confidence. Thank you for the reminder, Aunt Sue. Last night, I did indeed send third junior sister to Yundang Peak to visit junior brother Yi, and asked her to apologize on my behalf. Then my voice suddenly rose with fervent passion. After all, during the disciple acceptance ceremony, some friction arose between us. I thought, since we're now fellow disciples, we should resolve our conflicts and work together in harmony. These eloquent words sparked praise from the crowd below. Is this Chief Lin really the embroidered pillow rumored to be? Today, he carries the demeanor of a true chief disciple. It seems rumors can't be fully trusted. Even the headmaster True Immortal cast an approving glance. I continued, feigning sincerity. My intention was for third junior sister to mediate, but unexpectedly, around the third watch, third junior sister rushed to me in a panic, saying she and junior brother Yi had gotten separated. She searched everywhere but couldn't find him. The disciples below nodded in understanding. It seems Yi Chen stumbled into the depths of Tiannu Pool by mistake. This was all a misunderstanding. Chief Lin is truly a gentleman, treating even a defeated rival with warmth like a spring breeze. At this, Yi Chun, the person in question, couldn't sit still. Lin Xiao, you're spouting nonsense. You deliberately sent Chu Yue to lure and frame me. Apology. You're despicable, lying through your teeth. Suddenly, Widow Sue, at the center of the hall, let out a furious roar. Silence. A terrifying pressure erupted. I'm still conducting the interrogation. Who gave you the right to interrupt? Yuani Elder, startled, quickly stood up. I failed to discipline my disciple. My apologies, Chief Sue. Please continue the interrogation. When Widow Sue turned, her stern gaze instantly softened into a smile, with a warm expression. After your junior sister parted ways with Yi Chun, did she meet anyone who can corroborate her story? Even if I believe you're telling the truth, how will you prove it to the elders? Just as I was grappling with this question, the aloof and proud Zhu Wanning suddenly stepped forward. I can vouch for him. Senior brother Lin's account is true. Even the usually aloof Zhu Wanning stood up to speak for me, stating that when she caught Yi Chun trespassing in Tianyu Pool and detained him, she saw junior sister Chu, frantic, asking other disciples if they'd seen a young man. From this, it seems, that junior sister Chu, at that time, she was probably out looking for the separated Yi Chun. Even Zhu Wanning said the same thing, so most of the elders believed it. After all, Zhu Wanning lie for anyone, or show favoritism. Meanwhile, Zhu Wanning was glancing at me from the corner of her eye. Senior brother Lin, though we've never met before, in my memory from that day, only you could act solo. You were the first to break through Yi Chin's false facade. There aren't many people I truly admire in this life, and you're at the top of that list. With that, her gaze grew even more determined. So while everything is still unfolding, please allow me to fight alongside you. Together, let's send this demon Yi Chun to hell. I was genuinely touched, though I'm also a rebel who wants Yi Chun gone. She's way more cooperative than other female leads. Just then, the son of destiny couldn't sit still anymore. He knelt down once again without hesitation. She's clearly in cahoots with that Ling Xiao and Chu Yue. Chu Yue probably wished I'd get caught at the celestial maiden pool. Why would she come looking out of concern? Disciple Yi Chun truly was framed by someone this time. I begged the elders to give me justice. Hearing this, the elders started to hesitate. The boy's emotion seems genuine, not like he's lying. Could there be some hidden truth behind all this? I looked at Yi Chun with a hint of admiration. This sneaky little brat swore oaths to the heavens and earth with pride, yet he could throw away his pride when needed, playing it smart, but still too young. With that, I slowly stood up from the ground and spoke with passion. Junior brother Yi, I know you spoke recklessly after being hurt by your fellow disciples, but you mustn't, just because you were wronged, twist facts and falsely accuse the innocent. How can you forge a righteous Dao heart that way and walk the just path? In that instant, a blinding radiance seemed to flash before the disciples below the stage. Yi Chun tried to say something more, but Elder Yuan Yi stopped him. He knew the situation had already turned against them. Any further argument would only make things worse. He whispered that this grudge would be avenged another day. Yi Chun still wanted to speak up, but seeing Elder Yuan Yi's expression, he could only swallow his words. Yes, disciple will obey master. After that, Elder Yuan Yi stepped forward to smooth things over. He bowed and said, "Thank you all for coming and helping clear my disciple's name." Then he looked at Yi Chun. "Disciple, this whole thing was a misunderstanding, but because you lost your temper, you falsely accused your senior brother Lin. Hurry and go make peace with him. Apologize sincerely." Hearing this, Yi Chun felt like he was struck by lightning. He was the only victim in this whole affair, and now he had to apologize instead. But seeing the sinister Yi Chun could only stretch out his hand in humiliation. "I'm sorry. Please forgive your junior brother's recklessness." Just as I was about to touch Yi Chun's hand, a furious roar erupted. "Don't you dare hurt my disciple." Then Yi Chun was sent flying by a punch from my beautiful master. Afterwards, she nervously explained to me, "Sorry, Shower. I drank too much last night and overslept. Anyway, with your master around, no one in Qinglan's sect dares to touch you." Yi Chun and Elder Yuan Yi could only weep inside. I quickly explained to Master that this was all a misunderstanding. Yi Chun had just come over to shake hands and make peace. The scene turned awkward instantly. Master quickly dragged me away domineeringly, and we vanished in a flash of light. After Master and I disappeared, everyone started whispering about fourth junior sister. That girl seems to be the little junior sister of Shinluan Peak. No way. Chief Xiao stormed into the hall alone earlier, and just left his little disciple behind. Isn't that too biased? Looks like Chief Xiao really dotes on his eldest disciple alone. Not just rumors after all. Fourth junior sister didn't react at all to the gossip, but vying for my affection out of jealousy. Ever since Master arrived, senior brother's eyes no longer see me. Why? I was clearly here first. The head elder on the high seat could only chuckle wryly. Junior sister Hongling's antics are getting more chaotic. Tomorrow, she might even storm Longsho Peak's main branch. Yet they truly had no way to deal with Xiao Hongling, because they couldn't beat her. Fortunately, Widow Su spoke up at that moment. "Senior brothers, leave this to me. I know junior sister Hongling's temper better than anyone." Hearing Su Mei speak, the head elders quickly agreed. But Su Mei's true thoughts were, if she didn't act soon, that dashing senior brother would be snatched by junior sister Hongling. She had to strike first. I accidentally made my beautiful master cry, and nearly caused her to lose faith in me completely. Just now, Master brought me to Shinluan Peak's inner sanctum, patting my face affectionately. "Shower, we're finally home. No one will bully you anymore." I smiled on the surface, but inside, I was nearing a breakdown. "I'm not afraid of others bullying me. I'm afraid you're wildly derailing the plot. Now that you've beaten Yi Chun to a pulp, I don't know if he'll even make it to the Five Peaks Martial Assembly. Plus, I've somehow broken through to the peak of innate realm, half a step from Golden Core, with Master's supreme, formless sword body. I can't even imagine how to lose to Yi Chun in the upcoming duel. Is being a villain even possible anymore?" At that moment, Master looked at me, puzzled. "You don't seem very happy." I waved my hands frantically. No. Surviving a calamity, I'm thrilled. Thank you, Master, for saving me today." But Master still sensed my dissatisfaction. She huffed, pouting. "Be honest. Do you think I overstepped today?" Unable to hold back, I poured out the frustrations I'd bottled up for days. "Yes, I think Master's actions today were a bit extreme. That Yi Chun from Yundang Peak may not be a good person, but he didn't intend to harm me. Yet you, Master, without asking questions, beat him to near death in front of so many elders, messing up the upcoming plot. Realizing I nearly slipped, I quickly swallowed the rest of my words. Anyway, I hope Master drinks less in the future, and stays out of sect affairs. Saying this, I felt a weight lift off my chest. Finally, I spoke my mind. Even a villain lackey has a temper. Okay? If Master slaps me to dust, so be it. I waited, but Master didn't react. When I looked up, I saw Master, teary-eyed, looking aggrieved. In this life, I've never cared for others' opinions. But how could you see me this way? Xiao Hongling grew more emotional. All I wanted today was to protect my shower. Was that wrong? Leave. I don't want to see you. Master's words left me stunned in place. Xiao Hongling was still immersed in sorrow. The words of the ancestral matriarch still vivid in her mind. I truly feel it's not worth it for you. Little Hongling, when you asked if he'd serve you for life, you must have felt some genuine emotion. But alas, he clearly hesitated. At this thought, Xiao Hongling shed unwilling tears again. My bond with him ends at master and disciple. Without fantasies, there's no pain. But in the next second, I impulsively hugged Master. Villain system? Ascending to immortality. To hell with it all. Master's grace is boundless. From the day Master took me in, my heart belonged to her. In that moment, I cast aside my villain persona and faced my true feelings. Master, the question you asked me that day, I now have an answer. Your disciple is willing to stay by your side for life, until the end of this world. The next moment, my beautiful Master blushed instantly. This brat really knows what he's doing. Seeing that Master didn't respond, I quickly asked, did you hear what I said, Master? My beautiful Master immediately beamed with I heard you. I froze for a second. So this is how stunning Master's smile is. And I swore in my heart, before I leave this world, I'll never let her shed a tear again. But little did I expect, to make you a force to be reckoned with, to shake the Eastern cultivation realm. She then downed the wine in her cup. I was so afraid of making her cry again. I didn't even dare to breathe loudly. Then Master spoke again. Tell me, do you wish to become a true powerhouse? I answered without hesitation, no. Seeing Master was about to get mad again, I hurriedly explained, your disciple knows he's just average. I only wish to spend my life accompanying Master and my 3 junior sisters. Thankfully, Master didn't hold it against me this time. But the next moment, she tilted my chin up. However, what if I told you? I have a way to remake your body, so you can accompany me and your 3 junior sisters for much longer? But this method might require your Master to pay a small price. I instantly broke into a cold sweat. I fully believe Master has the capability. In my previous life, it was mentioned. This woman is the reincarnation of a Taiyan entity from the upper realm. But your disciple is about to complete his villain mission and ascend to immortalhood. I really don't need this. No choice. I had to pull out the trump card I had long prepared. The Mirror Blossom Brew, one of the 10 rare brews. This works best on my wine-loving Master. After pouring out my heart to her, my filial piety finally turned rotten. I recalled that during the 5 Veins tournament in my past life, because I couldn't beat Yi Chung, I actually used our sect's forbidden artifact, Absolute Black Lotus. Just when I was about to win, a sword aura blocked me, and the one who stopped me was none other than my Master, Xiao Hongling. She held the Black Lotus and scolded me. Shower, how dare you use the Absolute Black Lotus without permission? You've really disappointed me. I could only fumble and explain. Master, but as someone who had stolen the sect's forbidden treasure, I had already become the target of all. Thankfully, Master adored me deeply. She didn't sentence me to death according to sect law, but sent me to solitary confinement at Sigua Pass. Even Yi Chung used his energy to help shoulder my punishment. But when Master returned to Sigua Pass to visit me, she found that I had quietly ended my life. The next moment, Xiao Hongling woke from the nightmare in a panic, shouting my name. I quickly answered, your disciple is right here. She immediately cupped my face. Shower, this time, I definitely won't. But before she could finish, she fell asleep again. Thankfully, my Master is a complete drunkard. As long as she drinks, she forgets everything. Looking at her sleeping peacefully, I couldn't help but feel a little tempted. Since I've already gotten her drunk, I've got to do something wicked. Otherwise, I'd be letting down my villain identity. Suddenly, a burst of violet energy appeared. What emerged in my hand was the key item in this whole mess. The Absolute Black Lotus. This round is finally in the bag. I was planning to run off right after taking the Black Lotus, but suddenly stopped in my tracks. Master's passed out drunk. What a great opportunity. Not doing something. With that thought, my naughty hand moved uncontrollably. There's one thing I've held back for a long time. Might as well enjoy it now. So the next second, I reached out and pinched Master's soft little cheeks. That feel, perfection. But after doing all that, I still couldn't bear to leave. I gently brushed her face one last time. Only then did I leave the cave dwelling satisfied. But not long after I left, Xiao Hongling woke up. Blushing, she thought to herself, that brat, how is he so good at this? Just then, Ancestor Lady Yueji popped out. Oh my, Xiao Hongling, you really calculated that too accurately. That silly disciple of yours actually went and stole the artifact. Xiao Hongling asked, Senior Yueji, did you finish the task I entrusted you with? Is it done? Yueji replied confidently, don't worry, beautiful lady. That absolute black lotus has had all its deadly demonic aura cleansed. It's now transformed into a true heaven-grade treasure, the 9 nether green lotus. Your disciple can use it freely now without worry. Then Yueji looked at Xiao Hongling curiously and asked, Xiao Hongling, inside your head, is there a leftover Tao prophecy law from the heavens? Or did your biosword manage to pierce through the river of time and glimpse a piece of the future? But Xiao Hongling shook her head. Just a glimpse. Still far from enough. Then Xiao Hongling countered with a question. Senior Yueji, you once said that Yi Cheng is someone blessed with great fortune from the upper realm. To destroy him, we must drain his luck first, right? But Yueji then contradicted her earlier statement. That was true a few days ago. But now, something has changed. When your eldest disciple walked in just now, I sensed a trace of golden luck from the upper realm on him. This greatly shocked Xiao Hongling. What? Are you saying that my disciple is also a child of fortune from the upper realm? But Yueji denied it. No, he's just an ordinary person. But thanks to your silent devotion as his master, Ling Xiao is about to start turning the tables and strike back against the Son of Destiny.